channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you a short video about braces. I've had a lot of questions about braces and sort of what's involved and what to expect and my experience so far. My braces vlog got the most interest, and that's where a lot of the questions have come from and a lot of my following has come from. So I thought I would sit down and speak to you guys about my experiences so far. My other vlog about getting my braces wasn't very informative. It was more of a just come with me while I got it done. So I've had my top braces for just over 6 weeks and my bottom braces for just over 2 weeks. I got clear on the top and metal down the bottom. My bottom are a lot worse than my top. I always thought it was my top was the problem until I sort of really looked at my teeth and were like, hold on, it's the bottom that are making it look worse. Like I said in my other video, I didn't expect to be in so much pain with braces. Getting the braces on themselves didn't hurt at all. I found just the method of it was quite uncomfortable. I do get anxiety and I do get claustrophobic very, very easily. So when they put my mouth guard in and pushed my tongue to the back of my throat, it did give me a lot of anxiety, but it didn't hurt. So getting them on is not a problem. My top braces, they hurt really badly for the first sort of week and a half. But when I got my bottom ones on, I'm still having trouble eating. They are hurting a lot more than my top. I think it's obviously because they need to move a lot more. I have a lot of crowding compared to the top where they just need to be straightened and evened out. One thing I want to talk about initially is I've had a lot of younger girls contact me about their fear of getting braces and what they look like. When getting braces, don't be scared. No one cares. I think the biggest fear people have with getting braces is that people are going to judge them and people are going to think that they're ugly and whatever. Who cares? I'm 24 and people have said to me like, aren't you a bit old for braces? No, I'm not over the hill yet, okay? I still want straight teeth. I've always wanted straight teeth and I've never had the opportunity to have straight teeth. So the opportunity came along at 24 years old that I can get braces, so I took it. I don't care that I'm too old for braces. You're not too old for braces, don't be silly. No one cares that you have braces. You care more than they do. Just remember why you're having braces is because you're gonna have nice straight teeth at the end. Beauty is pain, so you're gonna not talk properly for a while. Your lips are gonna sit funny. Who cares? It's part of it. It's part of the fun. You think you look worse than what you do. Some people don't even notice I have braces until I say something. Just do it. You'll be so happy that you did it at the end. So I've already had them tightened once, so I go back every month. One mistake I learnt with the clear braces and the clear bands on my braces is they stain quite easily. And there's a lot of YouTube videos saying that you can get rid of the stains on the bands and stuff like that. The dentist has pretty much said that's virtually impossible. You actually need to be very careful. So avoid things with food colouring. What actually stained mine were mangoes, and the dentist was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. So you got to be careful of citrus. You've got to be careful of lollies. Don't drink coffee, don't drink wine, don't drink beer, because they will stain. So anything that stains your tongue will probably stain your like bands, and it's not the biggest deal because it can just look like colors, but mine was mango, so it looked yellow, so it made my teeth look really yellow. I hated that. But if you've got the metal braces, it doesn't look as bad because it sort of camouflages. But if you do have clear braces, be really, really careful with what you eat. I can't stress it enough, because you got to wait until you go back to the dentist to get it changed and tightened before they're clear again. One way that I try and keep my brackets clear is by drinking water, like a lot of water. I try to brush my teeth after every meal. It's not practical, but I do try if I'm at home. Also brushing my teeth once or twice a week with bicarb soda. It actually whitens my teeth, and it also removes stains off the brackets. But I find the ceramic brackets aren't too bad. They don't stain too much. It's more the band, so you just need to be careful with that one. So another thing that is causing me trouble personally is that I had a really bad overbite at the back of my teeth as well. So in the front, I had the same problem, but also in the back. So what happened was when they put my bottom braces on, my teeth would overlap, so I was knocking the brackets off. So what they did is they had to put like, it's like a putty, or they call it glue, and it's blue, and it's right at the back of my mouth on my last teeth, and it's like they built it up like stone, like round, so I can't actually close my mouth now because it's trying to just prevent the overlap. Even the first day I got them, I walked to the station, and by the time I got to the station, I bit down and broken one of the brackets. So I had to go back and they had to take that one off. It wasn't necessary for me to have a bracket there anyway, so that was lucky. But I don't have point of contact the whole way through, so I'm really finding it hard to chew things as well as the pain. So I'm trying to eat like soft bread, smoothies, and soups I'm living off at the moment, and that's just to help me get all the nutrients that I need without actually eating a lot of solids. So just be prepared for some sacrifices, but you'll get used to it, you'll be fine. Not everyone's gonna have the same problem as me. I think eventually I'm gonna have to have bands to realign my jaw a bit because my jaw is so uneven, and no one even realized until we put the bottom brackets on how uneven my jaw is. But that's all part of the fun. Another thing I found that made me feel really uncomfortable was your teeth actually get somewhat loose because they're moving. So in the moving process, I would describe it as they felt quite soft, and that was because they were slightly moving. So apparently that's normal because obviously they're changing position, so they are wobbly and loose. It doesn't last. Once they sort of move into place and the pressure from the braces has sort of relaxed, so it's probably a week 2, they will feel more secure again. So don't freak out at that. I was like, oh my God, my teeth are gonna fall out, but they're not. It's just a very surreal feeling. You're not used to that pressure on your teeth, and you're not used to feeling your teeth wiggly. One of my worst problems is this tooth here, it's like all the way back there in my mouth. It's just hanging out on its own. They couldn't put a bracket on that yet because they thought that the pressure of pulling it forward may cause it to either break or cause too much pain on my jaw. So even though that's one of my main problems, that's got to wait until the brackets separate and give it room. I can imagine how wobbly that would have felt. So another thing I didn't realize is how quickly I would see a change. Within the first month, I seen a slight change in obviously my top teeth. I was finding that I didn't have as many gaps, and when I would run my tongue along the back of my teeth, it felt a lot smoother very quickly. Every case is different. So people always ask me, what do you sort of use to brush your teeth with? I use a charcoal activated toothpaste. I wouldn't go whitening your teeth or anything like that, because you don't want to change the color of your teeth and leave like stains behind your bracket, or vice versa. So you don't want to stain your teeth and have white squares when your bracket comes off. So I feel like when I get my braces off, I'm going to be doing a lot of whitening just to even it out, because obviously over time you're going to have stains and discoloration, and also just to remove the glue. I know a lot of people have had a lot of trouble removing glue. You just need to try and maintain the color of your teeth when you got your braces on. So if your teeth are really white when you got braces on, make sure they don't stain. And if your teeth are a little bit discolored when you got your braces on, don't try and whiten them too much, because you're going to want to do it when you have a even surface to do it on and your brackets come off. I know that may sound like common sense, but I think people get a little bit excited and then they suffer later. Another thing I found is that I didn't realize how crooked my teeth were until I got the braces, because braces make it stand out so much worse. So when your orthodontist puts your bracket on, they put it so that if your teeth were straight, your brackets would be square. So if you have any that are crooked or going inwards, it really stands out. And your wire itself will be crooked like that. So eventually the idea is to have the constant pressure to make it even out and be straight again. But you will see results quickly, even though probably the first time you look in the mirror, you're gonna be like, oh wow, I didn't realize how bad or good my teeth were. But that's a very good indication. I would suggest taking photos so that you do see the difference, because obviously when you look in the mirror every single day, you're not going to see as much of a difference. Another question I get a lot is, how much did your braces cost? Now, depending on what country you live in, your healthcare situation, and things like that, the cost is going to be different. I don't know if I addressed this in my last video or not, but I'm quite open. So I got a deal where I paid $500 deposit, and what that was is that's paying for your braces, and that was for clear. If I wanted metal for the top and the bottom, it would have been $400, but I chose to have the clear at the top, which, do I regret? A little bit. They look okay, but they do stain easy, so I have to take that extra care, and I'm a lazy person, like I just want to eat. So $500 deposit, I got all my dental work complimentary. So I got my fillings and my cleans done complimentary. That was just the deal that the dentist had going at the time, and every single time I go back, which is once a month, it's $200. So that's your tightening, that's your maintenance. So I didn't have to go through any finance or loans. I didn't have to pay much up front. So that's why I went with that. You can get, I think, a Denticare, or I don't know, but there is a system that you can get braces and dental work done on finance, just like any type of cosmetic thing. It is not covered under Medicare or anything like that. It's an investment. But it's worth it in the end. I think there's nothing more beautiful than someone with a nice smile. So that's something I've always wanted. I've always been very confident, even with my teeth crooked. But I know the fact that my teeth were crooked has held me back in the past. I wouldn't say it ever stopped me from doing anything, because I was a confident person within myself anyway. But it definitely made me hesitant to put myself out there as much as I probably would have. In saying that, I've always done public speaking, I've done training, I've got up and spoken in front of large crowds before, and that's never worried me really. But the one thing, it didn't matter what size I was, when I was super skinny, when I've had weight on me, when I've got regrowth, when my eyebrows aren't done, the one thing I always wished I had was straight teeth. So now I'm finally doing it. I already know I'm not going to regret it. There is a few sacrifices that come with braces, but just do it. Just do it. Don't be scared. Don't let someone turn you off. There are things that can make you uncomfortable. Like if you've seen my other video of me getting it done, just as I got it done, I had the wires, they weren't cut properly, so they were causing me a hell of a lot of pain. Just communicate with your orthodontist. If there is anything about your braces that are bothering you, speak to them. And they will work with you to try and make you more comfortable, because obviously you need to be able to function, but it's not that bad. So don't worry too much. Braces aren't that bad. No one cares that you have braces. No one's looking at them. I call myself a brace face, and I love the fact that I'm a brace face, because I know I'm gonna have a nice smile in the end. And if you have the opportunity and are lucky enough to be able to get braces, do it. Because there are some people that aren't in a position to have braces, and that would love to have that opportunity. It's a decision you won't regret, but you obviously just have to be careful. So you can break your brackets as well. You can't eat chips and like lollies, and you can't eat carrots and apples and things like that, but it's worth the sacrifice, I say. But that's all I'm going to say for today. If I've covered everything, I know when I go back and edit, I'll be like, why didn't I say this? This was so important. But this is just me telling you my experience so far at 6 weeks in. I will probably do another braces update at about 6 or 12 months, depending if there is a significant change in my braces. I'm not going to do it every month because there's not much to say in that time frame. But at about 6 months, I will do another update and let you guys know if I've learned anything else, if there's anything else I think you guys should know. If you follow my vlogs, if there's anything minor that happens along the way, I'll obviously talk about it there. If you would like to see the progress in the next 6 months, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button next to it so you get notified every time I upload. Also, if you liked this video and found it informative, please give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. If you have any questions for me, please leave a comment down below. I will reply to all your comments. That is a promise. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that I have covered a little bit of everything about braces, from getting braces to sort of taking care of braces and sort of what to expect before getting braces. But until next time, take care and look after yourself. Bye, guys.
I was trying to get it how I live. I want them dead presidents. I want to pull up, head spin, get it, get fly. I got 6 jobs, I don't get tired. I don't get